Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2026. And I am blessed and grateful because I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call this morning. And I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning and received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call. And you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is a precious gift to receive because not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning and got to see another day. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for giving me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed to have Jesus Christ in my life. I love Jesus Christ and I love the Lord. Jesus is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. Blessed to have Jesus and the Lord in my life. The time right now, this Friday morning, is 4:49 a.m. And according to that website, weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 6:39 a.m. That's 1 hour and 50 minutes from now. And then the sun will set later on this evening at 8:12 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 13 hours and 33 minutes of daylight. I had just a fantastic day yesterday. The weather was phenomenal, warm, sunny, and bright blue skies. I made fantastic money with my Uber Eats business here in Tampa, Florida, delivering food. And I enjoyed another fantastic meal at that halal food truck. I had a large bowl of chicken over rice with vegetables. Just a delicious, wonderful meal. And I had a fantastic night's rest in that camper where I sleep at night. So just a wonderful day all around. And on top of all that, I completed that 80 trip quest that I was on. I got 26 deliveries in yesterday. So made fantastic money with my Uber Eats business here in Tampa, Florida, where God has put me in this time and place. So blessed and grateful to the good Lord for everything He's given me. I'm able to easily afford my rent, food, car insurance, upkeep on my car, my rent, and I'm able to set money aside for my future retirement. So blessed and fortunate to the good Lord for putting me here in Tampa, Florida, where I can make a fantastic living. God is good. God is great, always and always. I stopped at that Circle K by the camper where I sleep at night, and I bought a ticket for the drawing tomorrow night. This is for the drawing that's going to be held tomorrow, May 16, on the Powerball. And according to the website, the Powerball website, and the screen up here at the Circle K, the jackpot for tomorrow night is at 86 million before taxes. I imagine it'll be closer to 40 million once the taxes are all taken out, but I think I could get by on 40 million. When I got back to the camper, I checked out my numbers on the Uber Eats app to see if anybody had responded to my survey to let me know how I did. And it looks like one person responded to my survey and gave me a 5-star review. All these numbers went up by 1. My Deliver with Care number went up 1. I now have 780 people responding that I delivered food to their door with great care. I need 3 more people to respond that I'm a friendly delivery driver to meet that my goal of 700 in my friendly metric. I have 697 people responding that I'm a friendly delivery driver. I need 22 more people to respond that I'm quick and efficient. I'm now at 678. That's 1 more from yesterday. My good communicator went up 1 to 677. I need 23 more there. And perfect handoff went up by 1 to 653. I need 47 more people responding that I delivered food, a package, or whatever else to their door with a perfect handoff. I'm at 653 perfect handoff. I also went on to Gas Buddy and AAA to find out about gas prices here in the state of Florida and the average price of gas in the United States, so I can compare it to the Circle K prices here at this Circle K on the corner. And with gas prices dropping drastically, they increased drastically yesterday to $4.49, an increase of 38 cents from Wednesday morning. Well, they've corrected themselves. They've dropped back down to $4.04. That's a drop of over 45 cents. And $4.04 is a significant drop from at least Wednesday the 6th. It was at $4.49, and it pretty much stayed the same within about 10 to 15 cents since then. So happy to see gas prices dropping back down at this Circle K again to $4.04. And with AAA showing the average price of gas in the United States being at $4.52 this morning, that's a decrease of 2 cents from yesterday, but an increase of a penny since Wednesday. So gas prices have pretty much been within 3 or 4 cents the same price since Wednesday the 6th. It was $4.53 Wednesday. It went up 2 cents Friday the 8th, dropped down a penny the following day on Saturday, dropped down another penny on Sunday to $4.53, dropped down a penny on Monday to $4.52, dropped down 2 more cents to $4.50 on Tuesday, dropped down a penny yesterday to $4.51. So it's pretty much been around in the $4.50 range for several days in a row. So this Circle K is cheaper than the Florida state average by 33 cents, and it's cheaper than the national average by over 48 cents. So this Circle K is a great place to buy snacks and drinks and buy gas right now on average. Its gas prices are still high and not favorable, but this Circle K is better than most gas stations in the Tampa Bay area, from what I've seen yesterday driving around. And naturally, I've been inside already, and I got my free cup of ice in my McDonald's cup. See that free ice? And with today being May 15, and this can saying B2614, B is the second letter of the alphabet. So this can was made February the 14th of this year. So with today being the 15th of May, you've got March, April, May. So this can is 1 day and 3 months old. So it's a very fresh can of this tea and lemonade Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And unless I buy more cans today of this Monster Rehab, I won't have anything to drink tomorrow. I'm completely out. Aside from the green, I have green tea. I have enough green tea for all the Sundays that's left in this month. For the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. But I need to buy more of the other flavors, or I won't have anything tomorrow. Got it. It mostly went in there. See if this is any good ice cold. Oh yeah, that's delicious. That's good stuff. I also wrote down what that website, weather-atlas.com, had to say about the weather today. And this website says Tampa skies will be sunny and bright Friday the 15th of May, with high temperatures reaching a tropical 93 degrees. That's the warmest it's been. According to this website, that's the highest temperature we've seen in Tampa so far since the fall, at least. And then falling to a pleasant 72. So it's going to be another warm day here in Tampa, Florida. Humidity will be low at 42 degrees. I like that. 42% low humidity, with light winds of 7 miles an hour out of the north. A very low probability of precipitation, 4%. And no rain accumulation is expected. So it's going to be hot, dry, and low humidity today. So another beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. And then I checked out the YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay News. This video was uploaded yesterday, Thursday, May 14. It featured meteorologist Bobby Deskins. Bobby mostly talked about the drought and how dry it's been in Florida in general in this video. He said the latest drought monitor, which is released every Thursday, shows very little, if no, improvement since last Thursday's drought monitor that was released. But Bobby says next Thursday's drought monitor, that will be released about a week from now, should show some improvement in the drought, because he expects us to receive significant rainfall starting late Saturday, Sunday, going through the middle of the week. We're going to get a lot of rain, according to Bobby Deskins. He went on to say that today expect a high of 91 and a low of 71 and very clear blue sunny skies, according to Bobby Deskins. And then I checked out Fox 13 Tampa Bay YouTube. This video was uploaded yesterday, Thursday, May 14th. It featured meteorologist Dave Osterberg. Dave said Friday will be the driest day that Tampa has seen in several days, or even several weeks, with increased chances of rain through the weekend, along with a higher humidity going into next week. Sunny skies today at a high of 90 and a low of 72, according to Dave Osterberg. And then Dennis Phillips was featured on the YouTube Tampa Bay 28. He says that Sunday through the middle of the week we'll see significant rainfall and a taste of the summer weather pattern for Tampa. I guess he was referring to the wet season. We're going into the wet season, the rainy season for Tampa, coming up soon. But he said we won't receive enough rain at least through the summertime to make up for the drought. He predicts it's going to be wet and rainy, but we won't see any relief from this drought at least through the summertime, according to Dennis Phillips. He said today expect a high of 90 and a low of 75 overnight going into Saturday morning, and clear blue sunny skies. So according to everything I've watched and read in regards to the weather today, it's going to be another beautiful warm day, sunny day, and very dry. And like I said, I completed that quest of 80 trips yesterday. It was a 4-day quest, Monday through Thursday. And today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm on a new quest. I need to complete 60 trips today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and I'll earn an extra $186 on top of already fantastic earnings. So, and I'm confident I'll do it. 20 trips is relatively easy for me to complete. I only had difficulty with this quest because I had to have my brakes and rotors replaced on Tuesday, and that kind of screwed up my plan for that day and screwed up my goal for the quest. But I got back on track. I completed 26 trips on Wednesday and 26 trips on yesterday, Thursday, to get back on track. So I'm fortunate and blessed that I was able to get that quest completed. Just barely made it. Well, I wrote down all the trips I completed yesterday. I had 26 customers, and I did that in 25 trips. So I had one double along the way. Number 8 was a double, and all the rest were all singles. I had a lot of gaps. not in the morning. I had pretty much back-to-back deliveries through the morning, but going into the afternoon and into the evening, I had a few gaps, mostly gaps in between most of my deliveries. I started out the day picking up a Wawa order on East Bush Boulevard for Zach. Zach's fare was $2 and he tipped me $2.60. So I made $4.60 for delivering that Wawa order to Zach's house. Thank you for that tip, Zach, and the fare. I appreciate you so much. Then I went on trip number 2, was an Einstein Brothers Bagels run for Pedro. This was the Einstein Brothers Bagels on Fowler. Pedro's fare was $2 and he tipped me $2.04. So I made $4.04 for delivering that Einstein Brothers Bagels to Pedro's house. Thank you so much for that $2.04 tip, Pedro. And I appreciate your business. After that, I went on to pick up another Wawa order. This was the same Wawa on East Bush Boulevard for Chelsea. Chelsea's fare was $2 and she decided to tip me $3.08. So I made $5.08 for delivering that Wawa order to Chelsea's house. Thank you so much for that, Chelsea. I appreciate you. Then I went on, I would have picked up a McDonald's order, but when I get there, it took me a long time to have anybody to even wait on me or acknowledge me that I was there. They weren't all that busy. There was only 2 people eating in the dining room, and their drive-through was relatively slow in spite of it being breakfast time. So I'm not sure what they were all keeping themselves busy at, but it wasn't to prepare food. There wasn't hardly anybody to wait on. But once finally somebody waited on me just to tell me that they didn't have the order there. It had already been picked up, is what they told me. The lady went onto the computer and acted, she looked like she was actually looking at something, and she said, well, it's already been picked up. She looked at her computer, and I took her at her word. Well, I canceled the order. I said the order had already been picked up in the phone. I put that command into my phone, and I left. I get out, I'm about to get into my car, and the manager ran out with a receipt in her hand. She said, wait, I found it. Well, I said I've already canceled it out on my phone. I can't get it back now, you know. So she was just acting as if she was going into the computer to look it up, you know, and she basically lied to me when I was in the store with her. Acting as if she went into the computer and found out it had been picked up already. Well, it hadn't been picked up already. She just hadn't set her computer up to receive new orders for the day. It's my understanding that most of these restaurants have to reboot their computer every morning to turn on the Uber Eats function and to get online orders to come through. She hadn't done that. That store hadn't done that yet, so that's why they didn't receive the order when it came in. After that, not long after I deleted that order, I canceled that order out of my phone. I got another order in before I even left the McDonald's. I went on to pick up trip number 4 for Nicole. Nicole wanted Wawa, but this was the one on North 50th Street. Nicole's fare was $4.09 and she tipped me $3, so made $7.09 for delivering that Wawa order to Nicole's house. Thank you so much for that $3 tip, Nicole. I really appreciate that. And you helped me get to my goal of 26 trips for the day. So I appreciate that too, Nicole. Thank you so much. Then I went on to pick up trips number 5, 6, and 7 was for Jose, Elisa, and Chris. Jose tipped me $2 and I got a fare of $2 for picking up Coco's on 40th Street. So I made $4 there. Thank you so much for that $2 tip, Jose. I went right back on trip number 6. I went right back to the same Coco's on 40th for Elisa. Elisa's fare was $2 and she tipped me $6.20. So I made $8.20 for delivering Coco's to Elisa's house. Thank you for that, Elisa. And then trip number 7 was for Chris. Chris wanted Campfire Cafe on Martin Luther King. His fare was $3.04, and he tipped me $2, so made $5.04 for delivering Campfire Cafe on Martin Luther King. Thank you so much for that $2 tip, Chris. I appreciate you. And this is when I picked up the only double for the day. Number 8 was my double. Britt was the first half of the double. She had a courier saver on to be delivered, and Jalen was the second half of the trip. That was a 7-Eleven run. I went to the 7-Eleven on Highway 30, Highway 301 South, Highway 301 South for Jalen. Jalen and Britt, I earned a fare of $13.20, and Jalen tipped me $7 for picking up that 7-Eleven run. So I made $20.20 for delivering that double, and that most likely was the best paying run of the day. I didn't have anybody increase my tip or give me a cash tip yesterday, so that was an unusual thing. But that, you know, I'm mistaken, I did have a cash tip, number 20. That slipped my mind, but I did have a cash tip. But that was my that $20 was my best paying run of the day. So thank you so much for the overly generous $7 tip and the fantastic fare I earned there, $13.20. Thank you so much, Britt and Jalen, for that $20.20 run I did for you both. After dropping off Jalen's 7-Eleven order, I went on trip number 9 for Lynn. Lynn had flowers to be picked up at Florist Rosen on Brendan Boulevard. I earned a fare of $2 and a $4 and a penny tip. I made $6 and a penny for picking up those flowers for Lynn. Thank you so much for that, Lynn. I appreciate you. After that, I went on trips number 10, 11, 12, and 13 for Quinn, Jason, Margaret, and Meg. Meg tipped me $3.61 for picking up Starbucks on Highway 301 and Balm Road. Manuel tipped me $6.08 for picking up Amar Middle Eastern Cuisine on Highway 301. Jason tipped me $2 for picking up Dunkin' Donuts on Big Bend Road. And Quinn tipped me $3.02 for picking up Asian Yummy Cuisine. Asian Yummy House on Big Bend Road. Thank you so much for the fares and the tips, Quinn, Jason, Margaret, and Meg. I appreciate the three of you very much. Thank you. I appreciate the tips and fares. After that, I went on to pick up, after dropping off Quinn's order, I went on to pick up trip number 14 for Jeff. Jeff wanted Waves Crab House on Highway 301. Jeff tipped me $4.73, and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $6.73 for picking up that Waves Crab House order on Highway 301. Thank you so much for that generous tip, Jeff, of nearly $5. Really appreciate you. Then I went on to pick up trip number 15 was for Jerry. Jerry wanted Hibachi Express on East College. Jerry's fare was $2, and he tipped me $3.03. So I made $5.03 for delivering Hibachi Express on East College Avenue. Thank you so much for your business and the tip I got from you, Jerry. Appreciate that. Then I went on to pick up orders 16, 17, 18, and 19 for Jessica, Irene, here I couldn't find that other name on here, but I found it. It's Jessica, Irene, Josh, and Luke. Jessica wanted Subway on Cypress Village Boulevard. She tipped me $3 for picking up Subway there on Cypress Village. Irene tipped me $3.51 for picking up McDonald's on State Road 674. Josh tipped me $2.21 for picking up Baskin Robbins ice cream on Cypress Village. And Luke tipped me $7.51 for picking up Ebor Grill on 19th Avenue Northeast. Luke, Josh, Irene, and Jessica were kind, generous, and thoughtful, and I appreciate all your tips and fares I picked up from you. Really appreciate that. And you helped me get to my goal of 26 trips for the day, and ultimately earn that quest, complete that quest I was on for that 4-day quest. So I appreciate that too from you. Thank you so much for that. And here goes that $5 cash tip I received. Trip number 20 was for Jake. Jake wanted Grandma Pasta Company on North Highway 41. I was scheduled to make $7 for this pickup for Jake. The fare was $2 and the tip was $5. But when I get to Jake's house, he gave me an additional $5 in cash. So I actually made $12. And I earned a tip of $10 from Jake. Thank you so much for your kindness, generosity, and thoughtfulness, Jake. That was an overly generous tip, $10. Thank you so much for that. Then I wrapped up the day with trips 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. 21 was a trip for Veronica. Veronica tipped me $4.09 for picking up China One restaurant on North Highway 41. Thank you for that $4 tip, Veronica. Trip number 22 was for Edward. Edward tipped me $5.09 for picking up Wendy's on Sun City Center Boulevard. Edward was kind and generous for that tip. I really appreciate that, Edward. And then Anna wanted Chef Nieves on State Road 674. Anna tipped me $2 and her fare was $2, so I made $4 for picking up that Chef Nieves order on State Road 674. Thank you for that, Anna. And then Jory wanted McDonald's on Sun City Center Boulevard. Jory, no, that was the last run of the day. Kasha wanted McDonald's on Sun City Center. Kasha tipped me $3.04 for picking up that order. Thank you so much. I made $5.04. And then my last run of the day was for Jory. Jory wanted Omakase Asian Cuisine on Highway 301. Jory, his fare was $2 and he tipped me $8.77, so I made $10.77 for picking up that Chinese order from Omakase Asian Cuisine. Thank you so much for your overly generous and kind tip of nearly $9. I really appreciate that, Jory. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and get into the McDonald's and have my coffee. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I hope you all are having a fantastic week like I am, and I hope you have a great weekend like I'm about to have. God bless you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow.